The Wildflowers, Wednesday, August 27th. Card pull for today. Okay, we got the Emperor in reverse again. So I believe it was the full reading yesterday. If you are a supporter over at the Ko-fi page, ko-fi.com/dandelionland, you become a supporter, you unlock full readings. And we got the Emperor in reverse yesterday from a different deck in our full reading. So we're getting it today. So I really want to tap into that energy for today. I feel like, again, we're getting into that end of the month hustle. You might be kind of taking stock. I think we talked yesterday about focusing too much on what you didn't accomplish and not enough on what you did. There is success coming. Because we got the Queen of Pentacles twice. We're building, but I think it's building a lot slower than a lot of us want it to. That's the energy, the collective energy that I'm picking up on, that things are moving, but they might be moving at such a snail's pace that you can't even see it yet. So keeping the faith alive, that and keeping on with your consistency, with the action steps that you're taking, even if it's not showing you the results that you're looking for just yet, keep going. The Emperor in reverse could also mean like a lack of vision or a lack of structure. So taking an honest look too at the work that you're doing. So if you have been consistently putting in the work and checking off those to-do lists, keep it up. But if you're taking an honest look and you honestly say, all right, I haven't been doing everything that I should be doing, then now is the time to plan and structure. Especially, we're at the end of the month. I was just looking at the calendar. Labor Day is Monday on the 1st, so I'm kind of excited at the way the calendar falls for planning purposes. I'm going to take Monday just as kind of a planning for September. And the theme in September, I think, is going to be a little lighter and more like how to have fun with your goals. I have a meditation scheduled for that. We have the autumn equinox coming up. So we're going to have a celebration for that. So there's a lot of fun stuff coming up. And I feel like that could be that, the Emperor in reverse can also, I can jump off of my own personal kind of mindset to think about that sometimes we get so caught up in the hows and the whens and the wheres and the whys and like all that little detail that we forget to have fun with things. So that's what I want to do for September, is make it a little more lighthearted and kind of help us to relax. Because especially when you are creating and building something big, it's hard to not get stressed and to not kind of get obsessed with the details, and to remember that it's like life isn't all that serious all the time, like and especially when you're dealing with heavy, serious stuff, I think it helps to laugh and to I have a post that I'm working on now. I interviewed one of my clients for their testimonial, and that's one of the things that he said to me that stood out, was that he was in a dark place when he started working with me, and it wasn't, getting into like heavy shadow work or anything, because we worked on a lot of like his overthinking, and we worked on a lot of deep topics that went into some trauma, but we did it in a lighthearted way. And he said that that's one of the biggest things that brought him to the breakthrough and to where he is now, was smiling and laughing. And I've always had that as, I guess, my philosophy or way to do things, is to kind of keep it light and to keep it, I think we take ourselves too seriously a lot of the times, because our issues and our struggles, they seem all encompassing because they're happening to us. But if you put it into perspective, and that's not to say that things aren't frustrating. That's not to say that you don't get frustrated, that you don't get scared, that you don't get stressed. Those feelings all have their place. And it's not to discount those or to throw any toxic positivity at anybody and to say that everything has to be sunshine and rainbows all the time. But sometimes, a lot of the times, because our focus is so narrow, because it's happening to us and it is all that we can see and we are feeling it and it is like our whole world, right? We make it so much bigger. We forget that we've dealt with harder things. We forget that we're strong enough to deal with it. And so I feel like there's a balance, as in with everything, right? Like, there's a balance of like, feel those feelings, get angry, get sad, get disappointed, whatever the appropriate feelings are, feel them. There are no bad emotions. But at the same time, remember that like life is meant to be enjoyed. Like, have fun, even in the most stressful times. You can find little pockets of joy and little pockets of fun. And that's one of my big missions with Dandelion Land, is to help people to find that joy and to find that fun, and to live authentically in the big feelings, but also in the fun of it. So that kind of went on a little side tangent, but I see, the Emperor, he's very logical. He's planning. He's very structured. And we need that right now in our lives. But at the same time, don't let that take over and destroy any enjoyment that you have in the whole process, because the end result is a snapshot, right? And it feels good, and we've succeeded and we've made it, right? But it's the whole journey up until the end result that really matters, and so don't let the journey get you down, because that's where we're supposed to be creating and having fun and learning and growing and becoming the person that we're meant to be in pursuit of this goal. So don't lose that. I'm going to pull some more cards. So head over to the Ko-fi page, ko-fi.com/dandelionland. Become a supporter. If you want to hear me talk for another 10 minutes, I'd love to have you over there. I got book club tonight, so if you want to join us for book club, it's at Dandelion Land at 6:30, and I'll see you there.